Your headlines. Let's take a live look outside over downtown Denver right now. Beautiful sunrise to kick off your Friday morning as that sun begins to break over the horizon. Getting ready for a pretty calm day in the weather department. Sunny and 80s. Good Friday morning, everybody. TGIF. I'm Jordan Chavez.
And I'm Corey Rose. Wow, that was a beautiful shot this morning.
Yeah.
Beautiful shot to your morning. Let's get a check the forecast. Chris Bianchi out in the 9 News backyard. I'm sure it's feeling real nice out there.
Feels delightful. Feels delightful outside here. By the way, we got a fancy new sign behind me that you'll see in just a second. But for us here in Denver for today, it is going to be in the mid to maybe lower 80s for us across eastern Colorado. But there it is. There's that fancy new sign we got here in the 9 News backyard. And temperatures today, oh, it's going to be a blissful day. I think most of us will like this weather forecast. Temperatures right now comfortable for us. We're at 55 for us here in Denver, and the mountains are mostly in the 30s and in the 40s right now. And today we top out at 84 degrees for us here in Denver. Average for today is 83, so we'll be right around there for our day today. Seasonably mild, sunny, and warm. Good luck finding a cloud just about anywhere here across the state. It's one of those end-to-end sunny days. Get outside and enjoy it, but definitely throw on the sunscreen if you're going to be spending a prolonged period of time outdoors. Those overall headlines, though, sunny into next week. It is hot into next week as well. And we get some isolated mountain storms in the picture for the next few days after today. And I'll detail all that for you and explain when our next rain chance might be for us here in Denver. That's coming up in my full forecast in just a couple minutes. Keely?
All right, thanks, Chris. Yeah, we have got one crash to talk about. This one is on Highway 36 eastbound, right around Wadsworth Parkway. You can see it here, some flashing lights. Let's go ahead and take a look at your traffic maps now. And we'll take a look at the drive time. Not too impacted by this crash. Again, eastbound Highway 36 at Wadsworth Parkway. 2 lanes were blocked. A little bit of a slowdown, but not causing too much as in terms of delays. Still got the green light. Westbound 36, Denver to Boulder, so not impacting certainly that direction. 17 minutes for that commute. We're looking 14 minutes westbound I-70, E470 to I-76. You got the green light there. Also green light westbound I-76, E470 into Commerce City. That'll take you about 11 minutes. We're looking at an easy 10-minute commute southbound I-225, I-70 to I-25. And if you are traveling between Denver and the Denver Tech Center, downtown Denver and the Denver Tech Center, that'll look like about 14 minutes in both southbound and in northbound traffic.
Keely, thank you. We are following breaking news in Commerce City this morning. Police are investigating a triple shooting that left 1 woman dead. Another woman and a man are in the hospital right now. Gunfire detection technology actually alerted police to this shooting around 1 o'clock this morning. It happened on Oneida Drive, just west of Quebec Street and north of Lester Arnold High School. This is a live look right now from Sky 9. You can see police activity there right now. Police haven't said much else about this situation, but they say they have no suspect information to share with us at this point. Once they do, we'll be sure to bring it to you.
Today, a Colorado mother accused of killing 2 of her children will be back in court in London for the last of her hearing. Kimberly Singler headed to the United Kingdom after the murders. Singler is facing multiple counts, including first-degree murder and child abuse, after the incident in her home last December. Her attorney argued that extradition would be a breach of European human rights law, which says you can't extradite to a country where the sentence does not allow for parole. Among witnesses yesterday was a former Colorado Springs public defender who testified about prison conditions and said Singler would face a life sentence without parole. A U.S. attorney pushed back, questioning the witness's knowledge of prison conditions and getting her to concede that her sentence could be commuted, though that is highly unlikely. The hearing is expected to finish up later today with a decision from the judge expected shortly after.
He knew that if he presented any armed threat to law enforcement, they would likely shoot him again and kill him. And he wanted to live.
Prosecutors say the man who killed 10 people in Boulder is a calculated killer, and he was not insane when he opened fire inside a King Soopers store in 2021. It's a picture defense attorneys were quick to dispute as both sides gave opening statements in a trial that's taken years to get to a courtroom. Today, the first full day of testimony is expected in the trial of the King Soopers shooter, and the question of his mental state is still at the center of it.
But if you're going to point the finger at this guy, you deserve to hear the truth about him. This man, Ahmad Alisa, He's an ill individual.
Amadalisa pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity. In opening statements, his lawyer said he was diagnosed with schizophrenia, suffering from hallucinations prior to the shooting. The first testimony jurors heard after opening statements yesterday came from several survivors of the shooting. One was a customer who survived by playing dead. The shooter came close but didn't shoot him.
As soon as they fired, I hit the ground. I laid on the floor. My legs aren't that good, and I knew the rate that he was coming down toward my direction that I wouldn't have been able to get out of the checkout counter and out the door.
A retired emergency room doctor also shared her story. She testified she went to the grocery store on the way home from cross-country skiing. When she heard gunshots, she hid sideways in a shelf of potato chips.
As I'd been skiing, I had a very bright yellow jacket on, so I knew I was rather conspicuous, and fortunately many of the potato chips are colored yellow. I just hunkered in there as quietly and quickly as I could. I did look up at just seconds after I hid and saw the gunman walk past the aisle that I was in. I looked away pretty quickly after that. I just didn't want to be seen in any way.
The shooter faces 64 counts, including 10 counts of first-degree murder. His attorneys don't dispute he is the shooter, but claim he was insane at the time. It's up to the prosecution to prove that he was not. The trial continues later this morning in Boulder. It's expected to last 3 weeks. Our 9 News Investigates team will have updates from the courtroom as the trial goes on. You can find updates by downloading our free 9 News app in the Apple and Google Play stores.
In Georgia, authorities have now arrested the father of the 14-year-old student accused of killing 4 people in a school shooting. 54-year-old Colin Gray is facing second-degree murder and involuntary manslaughter charges. His son Colt is accused of opening fire at Appalachia High School outside Atlanta, killing 2 students and 2 teachers. Colt Gray was arrested on Wednesday and is being charged as an adult. Police in Georgia credit a new technology with helping an Appalachia High School teacher alert authorities quickly during that deadly shooting earlier this week. It's a small ID tag device that a teacher wears around their neck, and one press of a button calls police.
Teachers each have an ID with their picture on it, and they have a button on that ID, and they press it so many times, and it alerts us where that incident is occurring.
A memorial outside of the school in Winder continues to grow as the community remembers the 2 students and the 2 teachers killed. The school district is closed through this week.
Next Wednesday marks 23 years since the 9/11 attacks. The tribute light was tested in New York City last night. The tribute light is an annual art installation that honors the lives lost on September 11, 2001. The installation consists of 2 beams of light that reach up to 4 miles into the sky, symbolizing the Twin Towers that once stood at the World Trade Center site. The 2 lights shine from the top of the Battery Park garage.
Apple fans, get ready. We're expected to learn more about the company's newest projects next week. Apple's next major event is scheduled for September 9th, and the tagline is "It's Glow Time." Apple is expected to debut its iPhone 16 lineup and new Apple Watch models. There are rumors that the iPhone 16 models will feature bigger screens and a redesigned camera system. AI and Apple Intelligence features will also likely play a part in the event.
Verizon is buying a competitor in a bid to strengthen its fiber network. Verizon's deal to buy Frontier Communications is valued at $20 billion. Frontier has concentrated heavily on its fiber network capabilities. Frontier has 2.2 million fiber subscribers across 25 states. The deal still needs approval from Frontier shareholders, but it is expected to close in about 18 months.
Well, today you might have noticed a color theme going on here for 9 News Mornings.
We're all wearing teal for Wear Teal Day for Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month. Ovarian cancer kills 220 women in Colorado every year. There is no test for ovarian cancer, and the symptoms can be fairly benign. What's worse is more than 80% are diagnosed at a late stage. Doctors want you to know the common symptoms of ovarian cancer: bloating, eating less, abdominal pain, and trouble with urination. They say if you catch it early, it can often be successfully treated.
Certainly wearing that teal for today. And speaking of today, mid-80s for us here in Denver. It's sunny, it's warm, and the weather, well, we're going to rise back into the 90s for next week, which means we've graduated from stage 2, and we're going to go to stage 3 in terms of our 5 steps of a Colorado fall. We had that snow on Mount Blue Sky and on most of the 14ers yesterday. Next week, we're going to be at Wise at still 90 degrees, Next thing you know, it'll be snowing probably by next month. And that eventually leads to that Sunsplash 60-degree Thanksgiving, but a little fun for you on this Friday morning. I'll send things over to